Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Emergence Day. That's my nerdy way of saying the day Gears of War 4 is released. The rest of the team are up to their elbows in monster guts, so I'm going to be giving you a rundown of 26 reasons you have to play this game in handy alphabetical order. If you're too slow on your feet to grab power weapons on multiplayer, then Arms Race is for you. It asks each team to get 3 kills with a weapon type before cycling them to a new weapon. So not only do I get to play with a drop shot with no hard work, you also get mad situations where each team have completely different strategies. Who wins in a fight between Ember rifles and Nash shotguns? Either way, it'll look spectacular. If you want to kick some robot balls, this is the game for you. While trackers are designed to roll up and drive you out of cover, they have a major design flaw. They're perfectly shaped for a hefty kick. The day I grow bored of this is the day you can roll me into a ball and kick me into the sea. Please don't do that. Friends that slay together, stay together. I'd argue that 2 friends, 1 couch is the way it's meant to be played, unless you're prone to playing the blame game, in which case I recommend 2 armchairs set far apart. I'm looking at you, Lydia. Robots in a Gears game? Isn't this all about the thrill of metal carving through flesh? Well, fear not, because the DBs are great. We love the way they loudly announce their tactical plans, and the way they shatter into tiny pieces is every bit as satisfying as mincing up the swarm. Pretend all you like that you're looking forward to Gears for the story or the advantage of multiplayer. In truth, what we're really waiting for is to see what hideous things we can do to staggered enemies in the name of humiliation. Who comes up with these things?
Moving the fabricator!
A key ingredient to the new Horde mode, the Fabricator, is a magic box that lets you build new defenses. We also love how it's incorporated into the campaign, where you find yourself desperately swamped on all sides, relying on the magic box to restock weapons and plug holes in your defenses. After a couple acts of fighting the DBs, the swarm turns up and the gore begins. You'll spoil enough of the red stuff to keep a blood bank in stock for a month. You can't celebrate Gears 4 without a shout out to the revamped Horde mode. The option to build defenses anywhere on the map and the introduction of 5 clear character classes makes for a far more exciting massacre. Just be ready to kiss goodbye to at least 2 hours of your life if you want to make it to wave 50. If you were put off Gears 3 by the sheer madness of battle, then you'll find Gears 4 a far more intimate game. Not every battle is an epic courtyard brawl, forcing you into tight, winding corridors for bloody encounters. Combat is up close and personal, and often better for it. The decision to run with a trio of fresh faces may upset fans of Delta Squad, but JD, Kate, and Del actually bring a really fun new voice to the game.
I think I got some in my mouth.
They've not seen the horrors of war, not yet at least, and so their banter is more playful.
Hey, there's a snot bubble up there.
It's kind of the difference between me and Lydia and crusty old Matt and Adrian. Sorry guys.
What did you do, Dad?
It's time to kick the bucket. No, not in the metaphorical sense. I just can't get enough of booting around Marcus's lawn furniture. I mean, look at those bucket physics. Absolutely incredible. I should probably save the world. Nah, just a few more kicks. Seriously, there is a lady with a TV for a head. Just look at that thing. We don't know whether to engage it in conversation or plug in an Xbox One for some couch co-op. I like how everyone is just so cool with it. Come on, it's a lady with a freaking TV for a head. If you've been lucky enough to snag yourself the Gears of War 4 Elite controller, or any Elite controller for that matter, then you can design custom button mappings. With clever use of the paddles, you can have a setup where your thumb never has to leave the stick. Think of the extra melee kills you'll get in that millisecond of movement that you won't have to make. The prologue stage of Gears of War 4 is an absolute stunner. It tells you a little bit of the history of Sarah's military struggles in just 20 minutes. It also gives us a chance to face off against the Locust one last time. It's all here: wretches, emergence holes, corpses, and the Hammer of Dawn. People may tell you that card packs succeed or fail based on what those cards mean for the game, but I believe the battle is fought and won by the pack opening animation, and this one's a good one. Not only does the chest build as a mad hologram thing, but once you've opened it, you also get to open each individual card, where the animation is incredibly satisfying. On paper, the Juvies are terrifying, wave after wave of shrieking monsters that can burst from pods at a moment's notice. But in the game, it's a chance to mulch to your heart's content. Gears 4 has 2 main volume settings, loud and really loud. So it's with great relief that we're given the odd moment to take a breather and take in the surroundings. Listen to the wind in the leaves and admire the intricate armor details. And speaking of quiet moments, Not all robots are killer robots. This one just wants to build. Look at that guy go. I could watch him for hours. The Nasher shotgun? That's so Gears of War 3. We're all about the overkill. So named for its ability to fire once the trigger is pressed and then fire again when the trigger is released. Whether you decide to take a breather between shots or unleash both in a flurry of death, it is so much fun. Turrets, churning up endless waves of enemies. Need I say any more? Yeah, sue me. That's meant to be the noise that the Ember sniper rifle makes when you shoot it. It's a great new weapon to Gears of War 4, and that little bit of charge time forcing you to track the enemy as they shift about. Nailing a headshot is seriously satisfying. When Mother Nature throws a temper tantrum, you get wind flares. Not only are they graphical showcases, but can be put to tactical use as flying debris clangs into enemies and projectiles. The world's going to hell in a handbasket, but damn doesn't it look incredible. Stick that disc into an Xbox One S attached to a 4K telly and you can benefit from high dynamic range lighting. In human speak, it makes the lights lighter and the darks darker, revealing a far greater range of colors in every single scene. Of course, it's impossible to illustrate in a YouTube video, so you'll just have to imagine it. Wow, looks amazing. You yank and you stab. You yank and you stab. It's a great way to turn cover against more cowardly enemies. Just watch out they don't do it to you. Trust me, it happens. Dom's a zombie now. Remember that bit in Gears of War 3 where he died to heroically save the world? Yeah, well, they've turned him into a zombie. Thanks for your sacrifice, man.